Hey guys, I'm Skylar and welcome to my channel where I'll be doing a small series called Amazing Chinese Characters to share some stuff about traditional Chinese writing. So the first recorded texts date back to around 4,000 years ago, and they were called oracle bone inscriptions. They were hieroglyphs or small pictures carved into animal bones and turtle shells to record divination results and important events. With the development of bronze casting, the royalty began recording these events on bronze vessels, and this was the second stage, called bronze inscriptions. However, it was too expensive for common people, so they wrote on bamboo slats instead. These characters were slightly more standardized than the oracle bone inscriptions. In 221 BC, the emperor of the state of Qing unified China. He standardized the style of characters, making them rounded and elegant, at least in his opinion. And he brought about the third stage, seal script. And that's because this style is used in calligraphy stamps or seals. However, the complicated rounded form of seal script was a pain to write, so in the Han Dynasty, clerics in charge of paperwork invented clerical script, a flat square style with hard lines and angles to write faster, marking the fourth stage in calligraphy evolution. Some people took it further. They connected separate strokes and created a free-flowing character style called running script. Now, the final state of change, regular script, was necessitated by the invention of paper and printing techniques. Its strokes were evenly spaced, lined up with each other, and simple to write. Today, regular script is used in printing and education, but running script is preferred by most for handwriting. As for the others, they have become comparatively obsolete and are only sought after by archaeologists and calligraphy specialists and people like me. So let's start simple with the Chinese character for mountain. So as an oracle bone inscription, its shape is quite obvious. 3 mountain peaks side by side, one taller than the others. In fact, it seems more like a drawing than a written character. Unlike Western texts, a lot of Chinese characters originated from pictures of the real thing. In bronze inscriptions, it was simplified substantially. Now it's hardly recognizable as mountain peaks. And this was quite rare, and experts speculate that this is because the bronze molds allowed for thicker strokes. In seal script, the strokes were made thin and rounded without much change to the form. In clerical script, the long U-shaped stroke was divided into 3 straight ones, and the vertical strokes were shortened. And this form has prevailed through the changes through running script and regular script into what we see today. And although its appearance has changed over the centuries, its pronunciation has stayed the same, which is Shan. Now we've learned a bit about Shan, let's write it together. So I'm going to show you 3 different styles for Shan, but first I'm going to show you how to hold a writing brush properly. So stretch out your thumb, your index, and middle fingers like this, and then you clamp them together on the brush, sort of like a pincer. Then push the back of your ring finger against the brush to secure it. So now let us write the character Shan. So firstly, I'm going to write it in regular script, which is the most common. I'm going to do it step by step. So firstly, you start with the middle vertical stroke. So you press your pen diagonally towards the right, like this. And then you drag it down. And then you lift it up, starting at the left, and then again diagonally towards the right, and then moving up to seal that gap. And then the second one, same beginning, and same ending as well. So the third one is across. It's like this. And then you start from the top right, and then you push it down, and then move back again. And for the final stroke, so for the final one, you gotta end it a bit differently. So instead, you start from the left, and then you move your brush up right instead of down right. So that's the character Shan for regular script, and just a few key points to notice. So firstly, the vertical strokes are all thicker than the horizontal one. That's just a custom. It's supposed to make the characters look more stable. And secondly, the 2 outer vertical strokes are slightly slanted inwards. So this is to make sure that these 3 are not all parallel to each other, as that will make it look a bit monotonous, a bit bland, and slanting adds to it a bit of a variety and a bit of flavor. So now I'm gonna write it in the running script. So to actually give it a feeling of being written very quickly, so it's recommended that you start very fast so that there's a sort of sharp tip at the beginning. I'm gonna try it. It's like this, and then you can just pull it down very quickly. This, then here, then and now I'm gonna write the character Shan, but this time with clerical script. So all of the strokes in the clerical script for Shan, they start and end the same, and that is they both start and end with a rounded tip instead of these sharp tips that I've written before. So it starts. So you put your brush on your paper, and then you move it up a bit, and then move it down, sort of like drawing a circle. And then you see it creates this sort of circular tip. Then you move it down, and you end in a circle like this as well. So this is quite simple to write actually compared to the other two. There's not much to talk about in the clerical script, just that it's recommended that you make your horizontal strokes a bit bended upwards in the middle, but it's not mandatory. So guys, this is 3 ways to write mountain. Chinese is pronounced Shan. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.